Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all well. Welcome to the Citizen channel, one of our regular features during the 2021 season. As you know, City aren't doing a hard copy match programme, but that doesn't stop the other teams we play doing a hard programme. So it's our continuation of our 2021 match programme watch, without City obviously, because we don't do one. But whether we'll get some games towards the end and they'll start doing one, I don't know. But this is episode 7, so every single away game we've had so far, the clubs have produced one solely for the game, or obviously for other games as well. We might have put 2 or 3 matches into one programme, but at least it's hard copy. So today we've got this one. We're going to have a look at the Saints today. The Saints won the Southampton away one, which took place on the 19th of December 2020. Yeah, a good hard-earned victory, wasn't it? These two, they're the current 1 and 2. They'll take some beating. That's number 1 in the chart at the moment, Sheffield United, and that's number 2. So this will have to go some. And based on the fact it's not exactly packed with stuff. Just looking at it at the moment, just the initial feel when I got it through the post, it might be a little bit of a difficult task. Right, so we're going to look at that today. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notification. All these citizen vlogs are coming out, past and present, history vlogs, information vlogs like this. Of course, a lot of history stuff, and of course the present stuff, so previews and reviews of games, etc. So if you know any City following friends who might be interested, please give them a nudge in my direction as well. That'd be much appreciated. Get them to watch one and see what they think. I try and inform and entertain. I always try and be a little bit different to what's already out there. So I do succeed sometimes. Sometimes I don't. But if I'm not being different, I probably wouldn't do stuff. So I always try stuff. Let me know in the comments what you think. Anything you might want me to do, or something I've done you don't like, or whatever it is. Please let me know in the comments. And if you do check my playlist for all the City stuff, you will notice a fair amount also of film and TV stuff. I have a film and TV channel as well, where I do movie reviews and TV drama reviews, look at posters, do quizzes, etc, etc. So if you've any interest in that as well, which most people have, if you're into football, most people are into films and TV as well, please have a look at that. Please check that out. There's lots of information vlogs and review vlogs, etc. on there. And again, if anyone else you know might not be interested in this City stuff, but might be interested in that stuff, please, if you can get them in my, give them a push in my direction, I'll be very, very grateful as ever. Anyway, let's get on with this. Yeah, Southampton versus Manchester City. Yeah, it's pretty standard stuff. I mean, just looking at the actual layout inside, I mean, it's nothing fantastic layout-wise, print-wise, how it's put together. 68 pages. There's actually 20... How many pages of ads have we got? I've got that here somewhere. 26 pages of... Yeah, about 26% of this is ads and promotions. So... yeah, it's about right. You get up to about 27's the most, so it's not great. I mean, we won't get some as low as 15, 16, 17%. So quite a lot of ads and promos, obviously sponsorship stuff and all that sort of thing. But the magazine itself, just look through, obviously you get your table of contents right at the start. And obviously they had welcomed fans back, hadn't they? So obviously you got a picture of Mr. Redmond blowing kisses to the fans at the first game where the fans actually came back. You've got, as you'd expect, the Ralph Hasenthal Huttle bit. Stuart Armstrong, is he their captain? He writes a little column as well. Yeah, and a little piece there on the fans' return to St Mary's, which is quite interesting. Obviously, we have not been that fortunate for now, have you? But obviously, is it Southampton now in Tier 4? I'm not too sure. I mean, so the fans won't be back for long, will they? They'll have to stop going again. Yeah, they have a nice little feature. I mean, City used to do a lot of these where they have sort of City players at home, and this is a nice picture. They've done obviously McCarthy's on the front there, and obviously they've done a piece inside on McCarthy, and it's about 8-page special on his stuff and what he does at home with his kids, and that's really nice. I like those sort of family football features where it's not just about football, but it's obviously includes his family stuff, playing with the kids there, stuff like that. So I do like that sort of thing in a programme. So that scores points for that, for having that there. And, he's great, isn't it, with the kids. Especially the older, like City programmes I look back on, and obviously players from the 60s and 70s and the little features of them and the wives. And you wonder, well, were they together, or did they stay together, or what are the children doing? And they're quite interesting. Yeah, you have a little piece on there, Southampton women, a couple of pages on that, a couple of pages on the academy, as you'd expect, a couple of pages on Saints Foundation. So obviously this sort of like City in the community, isn't it? So that'll be like Saints in the community. You've got your rules and regulations for welcome back. So obviously your COVID rules, you know, maintain your distance, wash your hands, please wear a mask for your sake. Listen to the guidance from the stewards. Well, I mean, that won't go down well with me. I've never trusted them buggers to begin with. Be considerate to others' safety. Projecting your voice enhances the spread of the virus. Yeah, but I mean, aren't they singing and shouting at these games? I don't know really. And then the first sort of history feature, you know me and my history, I do like my history. It's quite an interesting one actually, because it looks at the, if you remember the last ever game at Main Road, who did we play? Yeah, of course it was Southampton. So there's a great piece actually on there from, I'm not sure if it's an ex-player or whatever he is, but talking about that game. He's talking about it from obviously the Southampton point of view and the fact they stayed behind after the game and all this sort of thing. It's quite funny because actually it implies in here that we built a temporary stand just for the Southampton fans. Well, obviously we all know about the Gene Kelly stands, etc. But yeah, the Southampton fans are putting that. I've not even looked actually to see. I couldn't figure out which one were they in. Were they in the one between the North Stand and the Kippax, or the Kippax and the Platt Lane? I've sat in all of them. I've sat in every stand at Main Road, well, in my time, but I can't remember where we put them. Obviously, just so we didn't give them as many tickets because we wanted as many City fans there for the last game at Main Road as you could get, which is fair enough. And this guy in here says that's quite reasonable. And of course they beat us, didn't they, which is even worse. And I think they were going on to play in Europe as well. But that's a nice little feature, just a couple of pages on Main Road there. And then you get a blast from the past, a game from 2013 that they won 3-1. I think it's a Gareth Barry own goal there, wrong footing Joe Hart. And I think it was Mr. Pochettino's first winning charge actually at Southampton. So that was an interesting one to look at. And then obviously one where for all the good marks they've gained from a couple of things, they've probably lost the marks now because you got introduced in Manchester City and you got about 5 pages of Manchester City stuff, which is fair enough. But interestingly enough on this, club history, no cup winners cup. Does that, so a major European trophy doesn't warrant a mention, does it not, on the club history? But hey, there you go. It might just be local history. I don't know, but I doubt it. I just don't think they've done enough research on it. So you've lost a point for that out of the scores anyway. So I'm not very impressed. And you get your pen pictures on the players, which is fair enough as bog standard. Nice one on talking tactics, about what sort of tactics Pep plays, etc. I mean, I'm glad they know because we don't, do we? Watching them ourselves. And then back to your history again. Yeah, they've got the head-to-head history, and they've not quite fallen into the trap of other clubs where they just promote all the victories they've had. I mean, it's actually covering a trip down memory lane, picks out 4 notable meetings. So they go back to 1967 August, a 3-2 win at the Dell. They go to 19th of March 1983, another 4-1 win at the Dell for the Saints. They go to the First Division 11th of April 1987 at Main Road, where they beat us 4-2. I would have been at that one. And of course, he finished with a draw. So at least they've not sort of included all victories. At least they've had the, you know me, I like to see the odd defeat being put in as well. It's history. It might be horrible history, but it's still history. And they talk about 5th of November 1994, which I would have been at. Manchester City 3, Southampton 3. So Simon Tracy was in City's goal that day. So that just about says it all, really, doesn't it? But yeah, so that's a nice little piece, head-to-head history with Southampton. That's interesting. And on there, you can watch Wonder Woman there at the cinema. Whether that's been cancelled, I don't know. Any cinemas are still open now, to be honest with you. And the next good thing, that does score them points, but not really enough, unfortunately. The Junior Saints is excellent. They have a little Junior Saints, and there's four pages of little questions, and you've got some who's that saint, you've got Scrambled Saint, you've got Saint Sinner, both and either, so who played for both City and Southampton, or did he not play for either? Spot the difference, a back to school with the squad numbers, which I've done myself. So I mean, there's 2 great pages of stuff for the kids there. And interesting enough, it carries on to the next page. You've got word search, you've got a mascot hunt. They have a couple of mascots, don't they? So they're in the stand there. You have to find the mascots and stuff. True or false. So obviously you can write. I mean, obviously I would have to buy 2 programs, one for my kids, because I wouldn't let them write in my program, obviously. But who plays there? So they've got a picture there Obviously, Ellen Road, I know that, hey, I know my stuff. But that's an interesting one, Missing Men. You got a little thing called Missing Men. I might do this for my little city quizzes and stuff that I do. Can you identify the 3 missing Saints from the starting 11? Which is fair enough, but it's not a recent game. This is don't forget, this is the junior section, but I think this must be for the dads and the mums, because it's the 9th of February 2013, which they mentioned before, the 3-1 win for the Saints. So you've got to come up with the 3 missing players. So they sort of give you 3 missing players, but the kids got to know that from 2013. I doubt it very much, but I think that's obviously been thrown in for the parents and the mums and dads and the uncles, etc., etc. So yeah, I did enjoy. So that's the best junior section. I mean, if it's awards for junior sections, yeah, Southampton are leading the table at the moment, but it's not, is it? It's an award for the whole programme. Then you got match day predictions. That's quite interesting. If you get, obviously with this COVID thing, you have to get in about 10 hours before the game kicks off, don't you? But at least you can sort of make prediction of who's going to score. What minute will the first goal be scored? Who will score the first goal of the game? Who will receive the first yellow card or red card of the game? So you can do all your predictions while you're sat there waiting for the match to start, if you're obviously in these COVID times. So that's quite an interesting thing. So they are encouraging you to basically write all over this programme, which is all right in itself. But I'd say I'd have to end up buying a couple of programmes if I had kids and stuff like that to actually do these things. Got pen pictures, not much you can do with them. You can't. I mean, you can. I suppose you can cut them out with a little Stanley knife or something and put them on your wall. But they're okay. They're not. That's the trouble with these programmes that are hard bound. It's very hard to actually take the pictures out and do much with them. You know, unless you actually wreck the thing itself. You know, again, buy another programme and wreck it and keep one like I used to. I used to buy 2 programmes, cut one up and keep one for posterity. Yeah, so you got there's all the league tables, etc. And this is quite good. It's all these stats for the profile, so the Saints player, so it's updated every time. How they're doing, how many games they played, goals scored, things like that. That's really good. I wouldn't mind seeing that in the City programme, actually. I mean, the fixtures and results there, and you get a final word from Franny Benali, whoever he is. I have no idea. I'm sure the Southampton people would tell me. With teams on the back. I mean, it is good for what it is. But the thing that disappoints, obviously they're going to lose points for the Cup Winners' Cup. And it's okay for what it is. But as I say, it's only 60-odd pages and 27% of that is promo and ads. So even though looking through it again there is some quite positive things. I can't really rate it any higher than the programmes I've already done. And that includes, we had in 6th place up to today, United were in bottom place. But I'm going to match it with this. I'm going to give it the bog standard 6 out of 10, which is the same score as United got. But obviously I'm going to rate United just slightly better because obviously the size, etc. So this, unfortunately, Southampton, the Saints, I'm afraid you don't go marching on with this. You go to the bottom of the table at the moment, so you're going to 7th spot. So we've still got Sheffield United top with 8.5 out of 10. West Ham second with 8 out of 10. Wolves third with 8 out of 10. Obviously, I judge West Ham to be slightly better. Leeds fourth at 6.5 out of 10. Spurs at 6.5 out of 10. But again, I judge Spurs not to be as good as the Leeds one. In 6th place, United with 6 out of 10. And in 7th now, again, with 6 out of 10, Southampton. So none of them are falling below the basic I expect from a programme. But I'm probably not going to fall below 6 anyway this season, because at least these guys have put together a hard copy programme, which is more than a certain club I support, which is disappointing, isn't it? Hey, but there you go. It is saving me a few quid, but I just can't be bothered looking at this digital programme. I don't know about you. Let me know what you read through it. I've caught the odd snippet in it, and it's okay. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it would be nice to get a hard copy, but. Hey, there's no money to be made and we're a business, but these other clubs are, but they seem to be doing it, don't they? But anyway, we're not whinging about that. Let's not whinge about that. Yeah, so the 2021 programme watch, I'm afraid Southampton are not going to worry our leaderboard at the moment. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this. Please, if you check my little links on screen, there's also some Facebook and Twitter there. If you actually, I put loads of stuff on there about football and City, and loads of stuff on there about films and TV as well. So, and if you have some followers and friends, just check those out on Facebook and Twitter. And I do check every 2 or 3 days and follow and friend everyone back who has done that, who's requested and done that for me. So, if you can do that, there's lots of stuff on there that obviously you know, anything interesting, I always try and repost it. So that could be interesting. And say if you put anything on it, I'll always try and repost for you if it's something interesting as well. Anyway, thanks for watching today. What are we going to do with the rest of the day? Oh, that was it. Yeah, next one I've got an Arsenal programme on the way. We just obviously the Arsenal Carabao Cup programme. So that will be winging its way. I've not checked as I'm recording this. We will be playing Everton away in 3 or 4 days. I've not checked if they're producing one. I will go on their site and see what's happening with theirs. But yeah, so look forward to the Arsenal one, which will be the next one after this Southampton one. Anyway, thanks for watching. We're going to do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again here on the Citizen channel with an information vlog or a city past or present, or perhaps you flit over to my film and TV channel. Please stay safe, Blues. Do the same. Goodbye for now.